Up next, we got Kiesha, Garrison in the building. We're going to be talking all things Hey Black Seattle. What's up, Kiesha?
Hey, Trae. Thank you so much for having me today.
Absolutely. Such a pleasure to have you here. Now, this is something that, I'm going to dive right in because you have a phenomenal, unique background to be doing exactly the work you're doing with Hey Black Seattle. And before we get into, launching this platform, tell us more about your background.
Ooh, there's a lot going on in my background. It's like a gumbo, which is an appropriate description given I'm from Louisiana originally. But I have a career that is based in media publishing. It's also a long technology career. I've been working in tech for well over a decade, maybe 15 years now, on various data projects. So I've worked at a company called Vitals that is all about taking physician data and helping patients find the right doctor for them. And then that's where I was when Microsoft recruited me and moved me out here to the Seattle area 10 years ago, where I started working on data partnerships and content partnerships to help build out the MSN network of sites. When I left there, I was a director of culture and communications for the AI platform engineering team, and just spent a lot of time seeing how other big companies are using technology solutions to solve problems in different industries. So I've taken all of that and I've combined it with my love and passion for the arts, and have committed to using the things that I know about technology and my passion for how culture and community really help people in the world to build things for my people.
I'm telling you, this for me is like a true gem. And honestly, when I saw this platform, somebody put me on, hey, did you see this? And it started coming through my Instagram feed. And I'm like, Hey Black Seattle. Oh, wait a minute. They spotlighting this. I didn't know it was you at the time. So I'm like, they spotlighting this and that.
I was kind of incognito for a while on purpose.
Well, but really your background really sets you up for success when it comes to aggregating the data so that now we know where folks can tap into culture, which is so key, especially for a city like Seattle that really recruits a lot of amazing talent all over the globe. And then people are like, but where is my community? Where is my culture? Tell us about how you experienced that and saw the need for Hey Black Seattle.
Well, when I moved here 10 years ago, I will say that I had a lot of community around me. I had some friends who were from here who kind of plugged me in and sent me to their mama house. And I got to see that there are people who were rooted here. So I had an understanding. But still, once I got pulled into what my world of work was, then my day-to-day just didn't look like that house. It was not Auntie's house. I'm in the tech world and I'm trying my best to hold on to all of the connections that I have to Black culture. But it was really when the height of the pandemic was going on and I saw the impact that kind of racial isolation was having on my daughter. The way that she was feeling as a little Black child out here and feeling separated from her people, I could see that it was having a really, really negative impact on her. And during that time was also when I was deciding to leave Microsoft, and a lot of my Black network also was leaving because they wanted to find support with their families in other cities. So my network was turning over personally because of that, professionally because of the career change to go be an independent MC and host. And then I'm seeing my daughter suffering as well. So that was a moment when I said, I need to lean more. I need to lean more into my Black community here in Seattle. And I had already felt embraced by people, but I took it to the next level after that. I was like, if I get to design a whole new life for myself, I want it to be Black every day. And then I also wanted to get back to my artistry. Because a lot of people, well, some people, not a lot, some people might know that I've been a comedian and I've been doing stand-up in Seattle. And so I have a whole world of comedian friends. And I was like, all you have to do is once you start doing a thing, you'll find all the people that are around that world. So I was like, I want it all back. I want my poetry back. I want my painting back. I want all my artistry back. And I want it back with my people. And I got a message, one of those downloads that come that says, if you do it for yourself, you can do it for other people too. And I had to sit with that and be like, I know what that means. I have a specific skill set and a specific love for Black people and our well-being that I can take all of that and build a resource that makes it easier for us to find each other the way I'm about to go find my arts community.
Oh my gosh. I mean, this story is, it's everything, honestly, Kiesha, it really is, because this idea has been brewing in Black community for a long time, years, where folks were like, we just need a hub. We just need a space to like draw people to, because people say there's some amazing nodes of Black community here, but when somebody comes into town, where do we take them? What do we do with them? Where do we go? And I was like, that's a great question. Outside of like Communion and maybe, Simply Soulful or Catfish Corner or some of these amazing Black owned restaurants, which are there, right, for us to tap into. It's like, oh yeah, where else can they go, right? If they're looking to get their hair done, their nails, their, hair cut, like all of these things. And so seeing the posts on Hey Black Seattle has been nothing but an addition to joy. So you decided, let's go ahead and uplift and amplify these amazing spaces so folks know that they are there. What got you to brand it the way you do and to actually kind of center in on some of these nodes of our culture that are so necessary for folks to really have that fullness of life?
Oh, I love this question. So the reason that it's branded the way it is, Hey Black Seattle, is because it really is meant to be a conversation starter and an attention getter. Because when you say Hey Black Seattle, you can say it in a couple of different ways. You can say, Hey Black Seattle, it's a greeting. You can say, Hey Black Seattle, I see you. And you can be like, Hey Black Seattle, we need to have a conversation. It can be, we could flip that a couple of different ways. So, and I branded it with the colors that it is, because they are intentionally Pan-African colors. Because this is about making sure that people of the African diaspora that find themselves here in this very dispersed geography, how to bring those people together in certain ways. And so if you want to connect to Black culture, that also means it's also not just being able to find, let's say, who's the Black person that run the teriyaki shop? We need to know where the Black-owned businesses are, but it's like that plus some more stuff, like what you were saying. So we get into all the different nodes. You have the question of, where do the Black people send their kids to school? You want to know, where are the Black spiritual centers that I can tap into? Where are the Black people that hike? Where they hang out? That might be in a Facebook group. That might not be a business that we can post in a directory. And so when I was just thinking about this and I talked to people, they were like, and also remember community. It's like business, but there's also community. So all of these community organizations that are doing programs and hosting events, how do we find the work that they're doing? And that is a big part of the work that I wanted to highlight. And so creating this hub made me think about all of the parts that make a Black life beautiful. It's like, what are all the things that you need and you might miss? How do I make sure all those categories are represented and provide this space that people can tap into? And all you have to do is create a profile on the website, heyblackseattle.com, and then you become searchable to the community. And then there's a level to the accounts where if you do it, then you can also post your events on this shared community calendar, and you can post jobs to this shared community job board. And all of these things being right here in one place, I hope that it helps make it shortens people's time to community and helps them get to the people they need to get to faster. I want you to find the Black folks who are hiking. I want you to find them yesterday, not 2 years from now.
Yeah, this for me, it's like a dream come true, to be honest, because as a Black Seattleite, okay, I can truly say that I spend a lot of my time doing that. Like, so now the fact that I can point people to a direct site that says, look, if you actually are someone who is a part of these amazing groups, go ahead and put it on Hey Black Seattle. But if you're also looking for it, go ahead and look on Hey Black Seattle. This for me is like, I'm so honored to be talking to you today, because when we had our conversation, we were just kiki and like, oh my God, we could be on the phone for so long, because really there is such a need for this, and your unique background, again, plays right into your expertise, being able to do this the right way. So I love the membership model. I love the free option of folks just being able to plug their stuff on there. You have made it easily accessible. And so before I let you go, you just gave us a good wrap up, but I want you to look right there and let folks know why they need to be putting their events, their community groups, all of the work that we know is happening in community for Black Seattle. Let them know why they need to be right there on Hey Black Seattle.
You need to be on Hey Black Seattle because the Black folks are looking for you and they're hungry for you. We are intentionally separated, and There's intentional pain introduced in our lives, and one of the ways that we can alleviate that pain is by coming together and being in community with each other. So if you join me at heyblackseattle.com, make it easier for the community to connect to you. And if you are a person who wants to connect to community and Black cultural experiences, making it easy for you, just go in there, do the little search, sign up for the membership too, because you know, if you do, you help and assist to stay employed. So come to heyblackseattle.com so we can heal some of this separation that we have in this really dispersed geography and come together and begin to know each other better.
Oh, amazing. Kiesha, thank you so much for this work, for being here. I'm looking forward to continuing to talk to you because I think there's something else brewing that we might have to do, and just keep the day with Trae, right? The day with Trae is going to be on Hey Black Seattle, y'all, so y'all can find me too. But I'm so grateful because I think there's so many different folks that you're spotlighting that I also am like, hey, this is an opportunity for us here on the Day with Trae to also spotlight them and give them some time to share their story like you have today. Thank you so much, Kiesha.
Thank you. Thank you for supporting and believing in the work.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Y'all, when I tell you, it is definitely started off in the right way. I'm excited to continue this because up next we got Dr. Margaret Tawalawi in the building, y'all. We're going to be talking not only about her book, but also about her practice and her care for community. Y'all don't want to miss this. Stay tuned. You're watching The Day with Trae.